Good morning. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, YouTube. Oh, I need something on my lips. Yeah, I'll be right back. Hey, sorry I had to step away for a second. Good afternoon. This is a lazy Saturday for me. Hey, y'all. My lips was dry. This is a lazy Saturday for me, so I just wanted to get on and chat about some of the content I've been posting about corporate burnout over 50 and actually taking the leap of faith to resign from my job for a little while. So I was just wanting to see if you guys wanted to chat with me about that, and also if you all are experiencing the same thing, and if you did, like, how did you handle it? So for me, back in June of 2020, July of 2023, I had a TIA, which is a trans ischemic accident, which is kind of like a mild stroke. And it was all brought on by stress related work. The only thing that was stressing me in my life was work. So I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first cup of coffee this morning. So imagine going to the ER, and I have a daughter that's a nurse. And hi, Ruben. I have a daughter that's a nurse. And okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story. I said I was gonna make a video about it. So work had been, hi, I'm fine, thank you. Work had been super stressful that day, super duper stressful. And I felt the weight of it on, like, I'm a commercial casualty adjuster. I felt the weight of the workday like sitting on my chest and shoulders. I was just so stressed. It was just, if I got a file settled and closed, I look and check, and I got like 5, 10 reassignments. I was just stressed, right? So 5 o'clock came, and boom, it was time to get off. I was like, yes, I made it through the day. So I got off, which I work from home. I went to my room, like washed my face and stuff, and I said, I'm gonna lay down and quiet just for a few minutes. So my daughter texted, and she was like, I'm about to send my boyfriend around to borrow the lawnmower. Would you open the garage? So I was like, yeah. So I got up to open the garage. And give me a second, y'all. Um, okay, so I had to get rid of him. But anyway, I got up to open the garage, and I opened the door to the garage from the inside of the house, and I felt a pain come from the back, like the center back of my head, and it just shot up to the front, and it hit my eye. And it was like a sharp, like it was really quick. It wasn't slow. It was like a sharp pain that just started in the back of my head, and it almost knocked me off my feet. And I want to say I just shook it off, but okay, so I shook it off, and my daughter's boyfriend was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Just I'm getting a headache or whatever." He got the lawnmower, he left. So when he left, I was like, I'm gonna lay down and take a nap. I laid down, and y'all, when I tell y'all it was nothing but God, you can't tell me, the most higher power. He was like, I just got this, like I heard it, like, get up. So I got up, and I looked in the mirror. And when I looked in the mirror, this eye was like, I couldn't even open it. So I called my daughter, who's a nurse, and her and my second daughter. I have 6 daughters, so I have 4 adult daughters, an adult son, and I have a set of 12-year-old twins. So if you hear me say my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. But anyway, so I called my daughter, and they were already on FaceTime. So she was like, you know, really calm. She was like, Mama, you need to go to the hospital. Like, you need to go to the hospital. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got somebody else I need to block. Um, okay. These people wild over here. Like this is wild. But anyway, so so this is what I did. Hey, Wanda. So I went and got in the shop. No, I went and took a bubble bath. So I laid out in the bubble bath for maybe 10 minutes. I got out. My mama had cooked spaghettis. I ate 2 bowls of spaghettis. Um, and then I was like, okay. I drove myself to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, they were like, they brought me straight to the back. I told them what happened, whatever. They brought me straight to the back. And maybe about 5 minutes after I got to the back, you do. I said I was gonna take it down this weekend, but I don't know. Um, so they brought me straight to the back, and I'm glad somebody does, because everybody around me is like, they started taking their stuff down right after Christmas. But they brought me straight to the back, and they started calling a stroke code, and I'm like, oh my God. I hope whomever that's for, I really pray that they be okay. Y'all, the stroke code was for me. Thank you. It was for me. And I was like, so from that point, like the way, and I'm fine. That was July of 2023. I am fine, but I just do not allow work and making someone else millions of dollars to stress me out. So my job that I was on, that I resigned a couple weeks ago, when I tell y'all that job was, I had all of the autonomy in the world, but I was getting transferred files that they weren't worked correctly with the bodily injury adjuster, because I was doing commercial for one of the largest carriers in the world. Um, I swear to God, they got some weirdos on YouTube. Um, let's see, hold on, y'all. But so I had all of the autonomy in the world. Hi, Jamie. And I was able to come and go as I want, but still, I was like, I am burnt out with claims. I am burnt out with just with it all. And I talked to my husband, and I was like, I think I need some time off. I really just think I need some time to reset, refocus. Oh, thank you, Jamie. And and restart. And he was like, absolutely. He said, the only thing I ask of you, I need one thing from you while you're taking your sabbatical. And I was like, what's that? Babe, just do my taxes. Because I'm like a year behind on his taxes. So I was like, absolutely, I'm going to take that time to do your taxes, to reset, restart, to release, reset, and restart. So I thank God that I have, a husband that's supportive, and we don't want, no, I'm married. Absolutely not. Been with my husband about 20 years now. Um, but yeah, I just thank God that he was, so supportive of me, because we don't, well, that's what I was about to say. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of menopause as well. But we didn't want the same thing to happen as far as like being stressed. So I'm gonna take, like, I wanna stay within the claims, within the insurance field, but I want to pivot, like maybe underwriting or something where I'm not so hands on, and I have diaries and I own claim files or what have you. That's kind of where I'm wanting to go. I don't want to necessarily adjust files, but I do want to be able to take my skills as an adjuster to a different sector of insurance, if that makes sense. Has anybody else ever dealt with burnout, and how were you able to recognize that it was burnout? I was able to there's two things, but the most important one um for me that told me that, hey, you're burnout, is one, I stopped caring. I stopped caring about the job. I stopped caring about the claimants. I stopped caring. An attorney would reach out and it would just make me gag, because I can see it from both sides. And it's like, some of these people, they would get attorneys, and by the end of it, good afternoon, Just Cree. And by the end of it, the attorneys, of course, get their 33 and a third. Then the attorneys' buddies, the chiropractors, and the other doctors and stuff that was in on it, they'll get the majority of the settlement. Whereas the claimants just don't know, like, you're gonna get your money. I've never worked for a company that didn't pay fairly. We pay fairly. As adjusters, it's our jobs to pay fairly. There's one big one out there, they say give people a hard time. But in my role as a bodily injury casualty adjuster, we typically pay fairly. So just seeing that, and seeing these attorneys and lawyers doing bare minimum and getting the majority of the settlement. So just say I settle a claim for a bodily injury claim for $50,000, and then the attorney first get 33 and a third, right? It's because I send the whole check to the attorney. Then the attorney, dibbles the check out, unless the doctor or something sent in where, sent in a document stating that I had to pay them directly. So the attorney gets their money out of that 33 and a third, and then the chiropractors get their money, whatever they charge, for their services. And then the orthopedic, if an orthopedic surgeon has to come on board, 9 times out of 10, when an orthopedic surgeon, it's very rare that they actually do, I'm gonna say the orthopedic doctor, they get their part, and then out of the $50,000, the claimant themselves would only get maybe $12,000, if that. So I got to the point where I didn't care about the job anymore. I didn't care about the claimants. I didn't care at all. The number two reason to helping me determine that I was burnt out with being a casualty adjuster was, when it was time to get up and log in the morning, my heart would just drop. My heart would just drop. And I would get that anxious feeling like, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to do this today. I don't want to deal with these people today. So with that, and because of that, I decided to take a sabbatical, because before I got into staff adjusting, I had been an independent cat adjuster for the majority of my career, so about 9-10 years. I really loved being an independent cat adjuster. because I would work 6 to 9 months out of the year, make my money, make a year's salary, and then I would have that time off to step back and just relax, relate, release, travel, work on my business and different things like that. But being a staff adjuster every day, 5 days a week, 12 months out of the year. No, I tried it. I've been a staff adjuster since March of 2023. And being an independent cat adjuster, like, it's different. Things have changed so much. And there's not really a whole lot of opportunity to work consistently. And then I took an assignment back in October with my full-time job because I told y'all I had a lot of autonomy. They're not paying right, which I was making $500 a day, and it only lasted for 5 weeks, so I made a quick $19,000 in that month. But how I wish we could go back to having the opportunities that we had prior to 2022. December 2022 was my last long-term cat assignment. Before that, I was an independent adjuster. I worked a couple months out the year, 6 months, 7 months out the year, making $100,000 real quick. I did work sometimes 6 days a week, 12-hour days. But once I finished that assignment, I had made my money and I was able to relax and relate and release, But as a staff adjuster, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the load every day for the entire year. So I finally realized that was the problem. Like, that was my issue. That's how I was in love with adjusting, and then being a staff adjuster is how I've fallen out of love with adjusting. I am willing to give being a casualty adjuster one more chance with this one company that keeps reaching out to me, because I hear that the autonomy is great. They spread the workload. They don't put the workload on a lot of people. This work is stressful. Right. And then, as an independent, like, you do your work and then you're done. Then as staff, like, they have these metrics and all this stuff, like, and it just perturbs me, Cree. It really does. So, thank you, Calvin. It really does. So, yeah, I've decided to take a sabbatical, trying to pivot, because we own a trucking company, but things happen. Like, we only have like 3 trucks, and one of them is down, and then, so I want to be able to, just be here as a support. I just like earning and bringing something to the table. I don't have to, because if I had to, my husband would have been like, "No, you can't quit your job," because it was a substantial income. He was like, "No, take your time off." So, and being 51, I just can't carry the stress of it. I just can't. I don't want to. And thank God I'm in a position where I don't have to. Yep. And the work is so stressful. And I have people like that I mentor one-on-one. Well, not mentor. I no longer mentor, but I do offer one-on-one sessions, helping people get into just with interviewing skills, resumes, and just to see which direction they want to go in the claims field. And I tell them all the time, like, this is something, like, don't come into this, especially with the last job I had so much autonomy that I was able to book one-on-one sessions during my regular work hours and stuff like that. I'm a senior level adjuster, so don't you come into it thinking you're going to be able to um, move around like I do and all that stuff. Let me, hold on, I gotta block somebody. They said, "Why is your forehead so big?" Before I hide it, let me answer that. That's how God made me. I'm 51 years old, and I can assure you there's nothing you can say to me that can hurt my feelings, because I am brave enough to get on camera for people like you that's probably living in a house with junk and trash like over your head, and won't even come in like to show your face. So this forehead has been with me for 51 years. Okay. So now I'm just gonna block you, and there you go. Yeah, people are so weird over here on YouTube, but I'm gonna push past it. But yeah, I'm a mom of 7. I'm a grandmom of 5. Like, there's absolutely my forehead. I used to, as a kid, I hated my forehead. I hated it. Like, why my forehead so big? My forehead is big. I mean, it really is. But I love it. I love myself. I don't know what to tell you. Like, when you've gone through what I've gone through, and I remember I used to hate the color of my skin, because my mom is fair, my brothers are fair, and I was the only darker one. And you got 8 more days to your birthday. Yes, Cree, I blocked. I just blocked, but I wanted to respond to that one, but I did block. Um, you love my shirt. Oh, these are pajamas. Let me show you. I love nice pajamas. So it's a lazy Saturday. I'm sorry, but yeah, these are pajamas. But thank you. Um, so this is a lazy Saturday for me. My husband is on his way home. He just hadn't made it. Let's see. I don't know what language you're speaking, so I'm gonna block you too. But yeah, there's just not a whole lot. Like, you can't, like, especially, and it has taken me, I do, Stephanie, I have 7 kids. My kids range in age from 36 to 12. Where did I get these? Ooh, I promise you I don't remember. Probably TJ Maxx. Probably TJ Maxx. Probably TJ Maxx. But yeah, I have hold on y'all, I'm still blocking people. I have 7 kids from 36 down to 12. I only have my 12-year-old twins are still home with me, and my oldest is my son. He's 36. And then I have a 32-year-old daughter, 31-year-old daughter, 27-year-old daughter who's gonna be 28 next month, 25-year-old daughter. She'll be 26 in June. And then I have 12-year-old twins. So yeah. Yep. And all of my kids, thank God, are they're doing pretty good. I have 3 college graduates. Um, 3 of my daughters are college graduates. One of them, she just like to work and do hair. She's in a beauty, fashion, and all that. She is taking classes now, but she doesn't have a degree. My son, he did not finish high school, but he did get his GED, and he's a heavy equipment specialist. So he drives like all types of heavy equipment. So he works in construction. So all my kids are doing fairly good, thank God. And now I'm at home with my 12-year-old twins and my mama. My mama lived with me. So it's me, my husband, my 12-year-old twins, and my mama. Oh, and my granddaughter. My son has a daughter that's, she just graduated from high school last year. She was barely 16 when she graduated. So she has come to live with me from Nashville, Tennessee. She got accepted into Southern University. And so classes start next week for her. So yeah, so that's my life in a nutshell. That's my life in a nutshell. And I'm just at the point in my life where I just want to, do what makes me happy, I love creating content. I'm just getting to the point where I'm taking YouTube serious. I'm getting my first payout since June of last year. So my payout from YouTube, this month is gonna be like $120. So I'm excited about that. It's not a lot, but it's showing that the possibility is there. So I'm just gonna continue on, especially while I'm not, actually on a 9 to 5. I'm monetized on TikTok, not doing a whole lot. I'm in a creator rewards program. Think I made like $8. And I'm also a TikTok shop affiliate. I'm a Walmart creator and also an Amazon. I have an Amazon storefront. So I pretty much got my I'm earning on Walmart. I gotta get now. I gotta go work on my Amazon. So that's what I'm doing to keep busy while I'm off. That's what I'm doing to keep busy while I'm off. Yep. Yep. Have you all experienced corporate burnout? And if so, how were you able to move past it? Was it because another thing I realize this too. I have never been one to be committed to a job. I think the longest full-time employment I had was as a district sales manager for a wireless company. I was with that company for 7 years, something like that. Before I got into claims, that's what I was. I was a wireless district sales manager. And but really throughout my life, I would give jobs 2 to 3 years at the max, and then I was on to something else. I always have been like that, on to something else. I always have. I just never committed myself to any one company. And I've always had a side business. Oh, I was sitting here journaling too, y'all. This is my journal. I have it tagged. I chose faith. Um, and I can read to you what I journaled this morning. If you want to hear it, let me know. If you don't, that's fine. But I do have it tagged if you want to take a look at it. That's my journal. It comes in this repurposed box, so you can repurpose this box. I usually just keep it sitting on my dresser. You know, it just blends in with my decor in my bedroom. But yeah, it comes in this repurposed box, and I created it. And then at the back it says I am what I said I am. And then it has my website, ichosefaith.com. So this journal, it helps me to, when I journal, I do script journaling, and then I do my self-affirmation journaling. Script journaling is just me waking up in the morning, just being thankful, showing gratitude, and then just getting out all my thoughts. Because the thoughts you have when you first wake up, I feel like are the thoughts and the visions that were sent by God, your higher power, or whatever you want to call it. So I like to write those down. And then for my self-affirmational journals, it's to help me, it helps me to build confidence, and stop the noise and just get everything out on paper. So if you want me to read the prompt that I used this morning and share with you how I actually use my journal, I will. But if you don't, I won't, because I don't want to push it on anybody. But I wrote that journal maybe 10 years ago, and I just had it formatted, and I was like, I want to share this with the world. So there you go. That's what I decided to do. So any thoughts on being over 50, pivoting, loving on ourselves? Y'all got any thoughts on that? Putting ourselves first after, raising families and taking care of parents and, taking care of the house and the responsibilities. Like, it could go on and on and on. Being 51, like, I'm sure if you guys are up there too, we have the same experiences. Now I'm in the middle of menopause. Like, I lose my train of thought really quickly, but I've been taking this supplement. Thank you. I'm a snip from being a year in staff, and my anxiety has not gone away. I know, Cree. It's just too much. It's too much. Have you created an exit strategy? And sometimes, Cree, and you're 50, oh wow. And sometimes all it takes is for you to just go to a different company. I just left. No, no, I'm 51. Yeah, I can tell you that I just left, and I know people have different opinions on this company, but I just left as a commercial casualty adjuster. And when I tell you the autonomy was there, it wasn't a bad position at all. I was only with them for since September. So it wasn't really the job. It's just that it wasn't. And then oh, I had my TIA when I worked for the Davies Group. Oh my God, that was horrible. But and then I worked for this company out of California called and they were great. I just wanted to move over to senior adjusting, and they were too slow doing it. Um, what was the name of that company? I can't even think of the name of it. Dynamic. Dynamic. Was it Dynamic? Yeah, Dynamic. But they were great. Again, their workload was heavy, but they didn't micromanage. Like all they wanted you to do was handle your load. And I would consider going back to them, but I want to go back as like a bodily injury adjuster. I don't want to go back to um a liability adjuster. And with commercial, you tend to only, you know how with auto you handle first party, third party, and rentals and everything all in between. In commercial adjusting, the one thing I like about that is, and it may be different at different places, but all the commercial positions I've had in the last since March of 2023, you only handle either first party, which is your insured, or third party. So that I like that. So if it was third party, I just determined liability, made sure we were responsible for it, and I took care of the loss. And sometimes if um if my insured had like a trailer, I would take care of the loss of the trailer. If they hit somebody, them, and then if there was cargo involved, I would take care of the loss of the cargo. So then that's when you'll have multi steps in the claim. Very seldom did I have to take care of first party. Then when I was with Davies, I only did first party, which was my insurance. So there was no liability at all. If as long as the driver was rated, because again these were commercial tractor trailers, so if the driver was on the driver's list and was rated on the policy, we paid it, as long as there was nothing, suspicious going on or anything like that. We basically paid it. So if you're not in commercial, look to pivot. Look to pivot into commercial. It's way better than that standard auto. Way better. I would take commercial. My first love is property, cat, and then I would do commercial. But I would do commercial casualty. I like that. But and then commercial liability. As long as you're dealing with like general auto, then you'll find that it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, I just feel like at this point in our lives, like, don't be like me. Don't stress yourself to the point where you have like a mini stroke. Start looking for an extra strategy. Then another thing I would do is, if I know I'm looking for an exit strategy, I take the stress off myself. And I say, this is only temporary. I'm not going to be here long. This is only temporary. I'm not going to be here long. This is only temporary. My manager want to talk to me? Yes. One of my children calling me. I should have went live on my other phone, but I didn't. Um, so yeah, that's how I would handle it. I would like, just like with this one, I was like, I'm gonna talk to my husband next week. I'm gonna talk to my husband, and I'm gonna talk to my husband. I can't do this, and I said, babe, I feel like I need a break. He was like, what's going on? I said, I just feel stressed, and I feel like I'm burnt out. He was like, take a break. You can take a break. He said, I only asked one thing of you. And I was like, what's that? Babe, please do my taxes. So I'm like, I got you. I got you. So the girls go back to school on Tuesday, and that's going to be first on my agenda. Okay, I don't know if I'm still here. Can y'all still hear me? That was my granddaughter. She's at work. Okay, so she just called. She's getting off early. So I have to go pick her up. And if y'all want to, y'all can ride with me. Let me get some shoes. So I'm gonna go just like this. I'll put my tennis shoes on. My granddaughter, as soon as she got here like the weekend after Thanksgiving. She's 17, y'all. And by that Thursday of the following week, she had gotten her a job, and she had interviewed at like 2 or 3 places. Okay, I need my purse. You know what? I'll get back on later, y'all. It may not be safe to drive and talk. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all.